Hi everyone, Jeffrey K. Howard here, Vegas Film Critic, here with a really difficult vlog today, the passing of Robert Osborne. And anyone who knows classic film, Turner Classic Movies, he was the founding host, and he's been present on that channel since the beginning for 20 years, passed away this week. I think he was 84. And we knew something was wrong with Robert in terms that he was gone a couple years ago. He took a sabbatical because that man was a workhorse. He supported and just that he was everything about that channel. Every time you turn it on, he was just working like a dog. And you know, you just have to admit sometimes that it takes its toll. You know, when you get to a certain age, you need to cut back a little bit. So we had a great vacation. He went on some of those cruise ships, Turner Classic Movie cruise ships, where you could join. You know, they show the movies on cruise ships, and they you get to meet some of the stars. And Robert was there, and Ben Mankiewicz too. And then of course he left again, and then Ben all of a sudden was doing a lot of the work by himself, and then they even hired people on the weekend to help. So he's been missing for a while. So we've all been worried, but of course no one would say anything about him. And now he's going to be sorely missed, because he was not only just a passionate champion of classical film, he was there. He was friends with Lucy, MGM, all that. He told these stories with much of the times than his guests that came in for like the Essentials or some of those great programs on Turner Classic Movies. He was speaking of his own stories as well. Okay, so he wasn't trying to, you know, get history out of people. He was history. He really was. So I had the pleasure of meeting him, I think, twice at a couple of the TCM festivals, and he was just the most gracious, nicest guy. But I have a real quick story about Robert Osborne. And this was right out of college. I just finished my journalism and film degree, and I was writing for the Las Vegas Weekly, which is one of those weekly newspapers, over here in Las Vegas. And we were doing an Oscar issue, and I wanted to talk to Robert Osborne. So I got the word that Robert Osborne was promoting, I think, a history book of the Oscars. I think it was the 75th anniversary, or I'm not sure what year it was. And so I did a phoner with him to do an article in the Las Vegas Weekly, our whole Oscar issue. So I was really excited to talk to him. So I had like a 25-minute interview with him, a phoner, and towards the end of the interview, he just seemed annoyed with me and abruptly wanted to end the interview. Yeah, so I was like, what in the world? I was like, what happened? What did I do? So I was like, okay, well, thank you, Mr. Osborne. It's been wonderful, you know, and blah, blah, blah. So as I'm transcribing the interview, he was giving me, towards the end of the interview, he was giving me like Oscar history, you know, some little trivia. One was the famous story about Betty Davis said, oh, that looks like my Uncle Oscar, you know, and that's how the Oscar got its name. He had told that story. So then he said something else, and I was busy looking at my questions sometimes. I was making notes and everything. So then I asked him, so what about Betty Davis being credited of naming the Oscar after Uncle Oscar? And he went, yeah, listen, I gotta go. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there just thinking, no wonder he wanted to hang up on me. He just told that story. I wasn't paying attention, and I was mortified. I really was. And I was mortified. I really was. I just said that, didn't I? So Robert Osborne, you know, you're going to be sorely missed at this year's Turner Classic Movie Film Festival, which I'm going to be doing a whole vlog on that too. I'm going to be there. The theme is classic comedy, so I can't wait to see some of these great films. There's going to be In the Heat of the Night world premiere that's going to be there, and also Bonnie and Clyde's, you know, 40th anniversary. There's all kinds of great stuff happening. Please try to go, and if you're there, please look me up, find me. I'd love to meet you and shake your hand and talk classic film. But Robert Osborne, yeah, it's really sad that a legend in classic film is gone. It's really sad. All right, for more reviews and interviews, surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. Sorry, getting a little choked up here. Also, subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by Memorial Day. Please help. Also, share and comment below. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. I'll see you next time.